Often we don't see God as our mentor, but God is our mentor because only God can show you how to live a godly life. Only God can show you how to regain what we lost in the Garden of Eden. Because salvation is about one thing: humanity regaining the divine nature, the kingdom of heaven that they lost, that we lost in the Garden of Eden. And it is really very simple, beloved. And so in this process of our salvation, because salvation is a process, understand this. When you understand what salvation is, you are now fully able to realize the promises and the benefits of salvation. All salvation is, beloved, is that we regain the divine nature. God has now given us an opportunity to regain the divine nature that we lost. The purpose of Christ was for one thing: to save us from sin. This is what the angel told Joseph. He shall save his people from sin. Why? Because sin is the transgression of the law. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So in breaking God's law, we sinned, and this sin now causes us to come short of the glory of God. So now, Christ was manifested to take away our sins. So salvation is the act of Christ taking away our sin, saving us from sin, so that we can regain the glory of God that we lost in the Garden of Eden. And how did we lose it? We lose it by choice. We lost it by the power of our mind. We lost the divine nature and we sinned and broke God's law by choosing to do so. So here now is the power of thoughts. But notice, the power of thoughts and the power of mind and the power of belief, because belief caused Eve to be lost. Belief misdirected belief can cause you to be lost. Therefore, you must believe only the truth. So a lie, believing a lie, caused Eve to be lost, and therefore this is why we need to believe the truth in order to be saved. All it is the inverse. This is why the devil hates the truth. But the mechanism of words were used by the serpent that was possessed by Satan in the Garden of Eden to deceive Eve, to cause her to believe that deception so that she can lose the divine nature. It's a really simple equation. So how do we regain what we lost? By accepting salvation through believing the truth and through understanding the power of thoughts and the power of words. Because our words shape our thoughts and our thoughts shape our words. A glorious cycle. And we act upon what we think, what we speak. We act upon what we believe. This is why we need to believe only the truth as it is in Jesus. This is the importance of truth. But notice something, as I began to say, God is our mentor in this process of salvation. And so because God is our mentor, he tells us some profound things to coach us on how to live the godly life, how to live the overcomer's life, how to live the divine life. Because since Adam and Eve sinned, we live lives of flesh. We live sinful human lives. And so salvation has come to us, appeared to all men, that all men might be saved, so that we can regain that which we lost. Notice something in Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 3. It says, "Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established." It sounds a little backward, doesn't it? But in reality, it is not. God is telling you this is a key to victory. Tell me what you want to achieve, and I'm going to show you how to get it done. Tell me what you want to achieve, and I'm going to show you how to get it done. Commit your works unto me. Tell me what you want to do, and I'm going to show you how to think the right thoughts in order to get it done. So if you want to be saved, God is going to show you how to get it done. If you want to achieve anything, if you're faced with a challenge in your life, because salvation covers your day to day. Salvation is not an event that happens at baptism and then at the coming of Christ. No, salvation is every thought in every moment of each and every day, where a new nature is being given to you by your choice. It is available for you, but you have to choose to receive it. So God is a every moment of everyday person. You may be facing a challenge at work, at home, at school, in the everyday realities of your life, and you may not know how to get it done, or you may not know how to get it done, rather. What did God say? Commit thy thoughts and thy works unto me, and I will establish your thoughts. So God shows us that our thinking, we are what we think. And this is why it says in the book of Proverbs, beloved, that as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if we are what we think, God is telling us, I'm going to teach you what to think so that it can transform your nature, so that it can transform your character. Let me give you an example of this. And I love this, beloved, because in Joel chapter 3 and verse 10, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So when a challenge comes before you, God is saying, affirm the truth that you expect. And then it will transform your thoughts. And this will be the person that you become. Let the weak say, I am strong. So if you're feeling weak in your experience today, beloved, do not keep affirming your weakness. Affirm the truth. Affirm the strength that God has commanded you in Joshua 1:9 to have. Affirm the strength of God that is made available to you, that you will be able to do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth you. So affirm the strength that you do not realize right now, but you expect to realize according to your faith be it unto you. Let the weak say, I am strong, because that weakness is actually a lie. The weakness that you now possess is not, it does not bespeak the capacity that you were created to have. It does not bespeak the potential that is actually within you. So God sees us by our potential because we were made in his image. So he says, believe the truth by speaking the truth. And when you speak the truth, you will believe what you speak and it will inform your thoughts and you will become it. Let the weak say, I am strong. I am strong. I am strong. So we need to affirm our strengths and not our weakness. And this is the power of God unto salvation, the very salvation of our souls. And so, beloved, God does things in a profound way. When we commit the end result that we want to have into his hands, he establishes our thoughts so that we will think the right thoughts that will inform and actuate our actions, that we will get the result. So he moves end from beginning. So he says, if this is your desired end, this is how it begins. And it gives us the beginning point and every step thereafter. God is your mentor. God is invested in your success. So it is your responsibility to connect to the source of power on a daily basis. Blessings and peace.